energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sport Hour, the Tuesday edition, coming to you live from, you already know, the studio of Power365 FM, situated in city of Ibadan. Yeah, my name is James Oluwa-Aremu. My name is James Oluwadurotimi-Aremu, your ever sport presenter on the MIC. All right, quickly, let's kickstart the show from the MPFL gist. Yeah, you already know the session begins at home, so we're kicking the show from home. Let's start with NLO. From there, we'll talk about MPFL. Then we'll talk about Nigerian players, their involvement, and the transfer window that will be open soon for their various clubs. Then we'll talk about other sports. Then we'll get back to football, and we'll call it a day. Well, the Nationwide League One has changed the date and venues of the first round playoffs. The NLO playoffs will run from the 27th to the 29th of May 2024 across the designated centers. VMU was necessitated by plan to eradicate unholy alliance by clubs during the competition. The NLO made this known in a memo sent to all the participating teams. The NLO has hinted that all the matches will be live streamed and will also be transmitted live on television. Ibadan, Ado Ekiti, Ilori, Kwale, probably that was supposed to be Kwara or Kwale, Akure, Lafia, and Buhari are the venues listed for the playoffs. 20 teams they participate in the playoffs. Okay, quickly, let's talk about the Federation Cup. Talking about the Federation Cup, Remo Stars forward. Akwa United head coach Mohamed Babaganaru says his players are fully ready for the President Federation Cup round of 32 fixture against Samfara Feeders. The promise keepers will lock arms with Samfara United Feeders at the Buhari Mini Stadium, Abuja, on Thursday. Babaganaru echoed the team's determination to ensure victory in the remaining matches of the season. According to him, he says we're all aware of how teams play in cup competitions, and that is why we don't want to leave any stone unturned. It is very critical. It is a very critical time for us. It is a very critical time for us at Aqua United, and we are more than ready for a match on Thursday. We've done a lot of work. I believe that the boys are fully committed and dedicated for the task ahead. The most important thing is that we are going to take it one game at a time, and the one in front of us is the Presidential Federation Cup game against Samfara United Feeder. Although we don't know how much about the team, we don't know much about the team that was supposed to. Okay, although we don't know much about the team, we believe that they are a good team with ambition, and that is why we have to put in everything to ensure we come out victorious and qualify to the round of 16. Those were Babaganaru words. Okay, let's talk about MPFL. Remo Stars forward Sikiru Alimi has revealed the secret behind his goal-scoring feat in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Alimi said total dedication and hard work played a key role in his remarkable scoring form. Scoring 14 goals in the MPFL has not been easy. It's been hard work. I'm still much active. I'm pushing to add to the tally and help my team achieve our objective at the end of the season. The former Shooting Stars E-man has scored 40 goals this season. Alimi is currently the joint highest goal scorer in the current campaign alongside Enyimba's Chijioke Mbauma. Super Eagles head coach Finidi George says his team is focused on their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualified fixture against the Bafana Bafana of South Africa. But three-time African champions are yet to record a win in the qualifiers after drawing their opening 2 games against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. The West Africans must beat Ugo Blues side to get their qualification campaign back on track. Finidi is weary of a difficult task ahead of his team, but is confident they can summon the other. Says we know Nigerians will love the team to win all the time, and we will just get the players focused on the game, one game at a time. We focus on South Africa game and see how we can win that one before we talk about Benin Republic game. For me as a coach, it's either you have a good result or you don't have a good result. One cannot be scared in life. Like I said, going through life is difficult. You work through it with the difficulties that you know you will encounter. So that's how I look at that's how I look at life and approach it that way. And football will not be any different. We will do our job and make sure we get the best out of our game. And apart from that, nothing else, says Finidi George. Okay, quickly. Brentford midfielder Frank Oyeka has said it is important for the Super Eagles to win their next 2 games in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The Super Eagles are still without a win in the qualifiers with 2 draws against minus Lesotho and Zimbabwe. The George side will entertain the Bafana Bafana of South Africa in the next 2 games on the 7th of June, which happens to be a Friday. The former African champions will be away to Benin Republic at the Felix Off-White Boigny Stadium, Abidjan, 3 days later. That's in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Oyeka insisted that it is important. Oyeka insisted that it is important for the Super Eagles to win the 2 games. According to him, he says, in all seriousness, we have to go to that game with everything because of what it means to us and to the country. 2 points from 2 games is not good, so we need to win our next 2 games. We give everything and be ready for it. We know Ghana try. It's not going to be easy. The teams in Africa are not easy to play against, so we'll go with all seriousness in the hopes that we'll get the win. Alright, we're still talking about Nigeria. Team Talk can exclusively reveal that Everton are ready to offer Luton striker Elijah Adebayo the chance to play in the Premier League. Rob Edwards' side are bracing themselves to offer. Rob Edwards' side are bracing themselves for offers for a number of their key players, including Adebayo, this summer in the wake for their relegation from the Premier League. The 6 feet 5 inches hit man has proved a real handful for Premier League defenders this season, scoring 10 goals in 27 outings in the Premier League. Everton boss Sean Dyche is a big admirer of the 26-year-old, and Team Talk sources says he sees him as a key addition to his plans at the Goodison Park. Sean Dyche is the to add more firepower to his side for next season and feels Adebayo's attributes will make him a perfect foil in his team. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has come back into form in recent weeks, but he could certainly do with some more competition in the target man role. Striking reinforcement is a priority for Everton. The Toffees is second lowest scoring in the league with only basement boys Sheffield United scoring less than them. Adebayo could only have impressed Sean Dyche with a superb equalizer in the 1-1 draw between his side at Kenny Wharf Road. Everton are expected to step up negotiations with Calvert-Lewin in the coming weeks as they try to extend his contract with his current deal to expire in 12 months. Beto, who is the Toffee sign from Udinese last summer, has shown flashes of good form this term, but Sean Dyche wants another striker to compete with Calvert-Lewin. Hot prospect Yusuf Chemiti, just 90 years of age, is very well thought of at Everton, but will likely benefit from a loan away from Merseyside in order to play consistent minutes. Signing Adebayo could allow Sean Dyche to sanction a loan exit for Chemiti and take some pressure off Calvert-Lewin and Beto as his team's main talisman. Everton are poised to step up their pursuit for Adebayo once they have generated some much needed cash from player sales. Okay, let's talk about star boy Victor Osimhen. Osimhen to play, according to a big Italian publication, Manchester United, Chelsea and PSG remain interested in Napoli striker Victor Osimhen, while the Partenope have been monitoring Real Madrid-owned defender Rafa Marin. Napoli are preparing to part company with their star striker Osimhen. The Nigerian international is expected to make his final appearance in a Napoli shirt this coming weekend in a Serie A match against Lecce at the Stadio Maradona. Osimhen has €130 million clause included in his contract with the Partenope, and according to Corriere dello Sport, also Manchester United and PSG are among the clubs watching closely last season's Serie A leading goal scorer. Well, it was reported last week that Osimhen, but no other media outlet has confirmed that yet. Lille and Canada striker Jonathan David is Napoli's leading candidate to replace Osimhen, followed by Girona's Artem Dovbyk. Romelu Lukaku has also been linked with a move to Napoli, as Chelsea could include the Belgian in a swap deal for Osimhen. Napoli will also get reinforcement in defense, something they could have done last season after selling Kim to Bayern Munich. Boggiano of Torino, Marin is on loan at Alaves and will return to Bernabeu this summer. Nigeria striker, talking about Taiwo Awoniyi has stamped the just concluded 2023-2024 English Premier League season as another year to remember after Nottingham Forest escaped relegation. For the second successive season, Awoniyi came on as late substitute in their last game of the season at Burnley, which they won 2-1 thanks to two first-half goals from Chris Wood. Another result would have changed their status, though as Lute, 6-year-old, endured an injury-ravaged season, which limited his contribution to just 6 goals and 3 assists in 20 games. He sat out 80 games, as well as despite that, he was grateful to God for his successful season. Play bridge. Forest were handed a 4-point deduction towards the end of the 2023-2024 season for breaching the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules (PSR). According to the Premier League, the city grant landlord admitted breaching PSR by £34.5 million above their permitted threshold of £61 million. Evangelos Mariakis could be forced to sell ahead of next season. Former Nigeria striker Peter Ije has explicitly explained what new Super Eagles head coach Finidi George must do to make the difference, corroborating the opinion of most ex-internationals on Finidi's appointment. In a chat with the media, the Sweden-based tactician said he was delighted with Finidi's appointment, which ended the reliance on neophyte foreign managers who added no value to the team. He, however, tasked the former Yimba international coach to go beyond teaching the skills to prioritizing reshaping the team's character and development, with emphasis on values like discipline, respect, sportsmanship, integrity, and perseverance. Unveiling Finidi George as the new head coach of Nigerian men's national team, the Super Eagles is a win-win for Nigeria. 12 years of decoration as a foreign coach with no building blocks to develop and giving experiences to Nigerian-born coaches is Error 2.0. Ije, who possesses a UEFA Advanced License certificate and was capped 5 times by Nigeria, said all this. Finidi George. According to him, unveiling Finidi George as the new head coach of the Nigeria's men's national team, the Super Eagles is a win-win for Nigeria, like I said earlier. From there, he said after more than a decade, the team is not yet solid enough for a guaranteed World Cup final, which is a waste. It's our time to look inward and discover and develop our brand. I'm happy Finidi George got the job. I hope he starts thinking outside the box about what he will be bringing to the table to make it different from the team's character and development, and emphasizing values like discipline, respect, sportsmanship, integrity, and perseverance. That was coming from EJ. Okay, quickly, before I leave the Super Eagles camp, let me bring this to you. As the Super Eagles gear up for crucial 2026 World Cup qualifying matches in June, Leicester and Super Eagles of Nigeria midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has shed light on the team's mindset and the challenges facing new head coach Finidi George. In an interview that happened yesterday on Monday, Ndidi acknowledged the importance of the upcoming games, stating, they are really important, talking about the games against Benin Republic and Bafana of South Africa. Says the games are important because we know where we stand, and we know where we stand at the moment. It's not a good position. To be honest, we should be honest with ourselves. He emphasized that the team must approach every opponent with utmost seriousness, adding, as long as you are in that group, you want to qualify. So there are the pressure on the team, given their current standing in the qualifier. Turning his attention to new head coach Finidi George, who previously served as an assistant to former manager OSUPA. Indeed, he acknowledged the magnitude of the task ahead of the former international. Indeed, he recounted the challenges Finidi George faced during the team's friendly matches against Ghana and Mali in Morocco, where he was left to handle multiple responsibilities without adequate support. Okay, Special Eagles. Talking about the amputee AFCON. Okay, talking about amputee AFCON. The Special Eagles of Nigeria seek first win against Burundi. Nigeria's men amputee football team, the Special Eagles, we hope to get their first win at the ongoing Amputee Nations Cup in Egypt as they face newcomers Burundi in their second and final group game on Tuesday, which is today. The Special Eagles began their campaign with a goalless draw against host Egypt in the opening game on Saturday for place the next round of the competition, which also serves as the team will not leave anything to chance against the newcomers, who must have played host Egypt on Monday. Time on some of their previous matches. While Cameroon were supposed to be Nigeria's last opponent in the tournament, but the West African neighbors are not at the championship. 7 out of the countries who progressed in the last 8 will make it to the World Cup in 2026. Nigeria's best outing at the Nations Cup was the second place finish at the 2019 edition in Angola, losing 2-0 to the host in the final. And Gaba is leaving no margin for errors in ensuring the team beat Togo tomorrow, Wednesday, in their Group B match of the Wafu Zone B Under-17 Cup of Nations in Ghana. The record 5-time world champions made a stuttery start to their campaign with a barren draw against Burkina Faso at the University of Ghana on Thursday, but boosted their title chance with a 1-0 win over Niger Republic on Sunday at the same venue, with Rafael Adams scoring in the 31st minute of the game. Nigeria are second in the group with 4 points, the same as Burkina Faso, who have their nose in front on a superior goal difference. Gaba looks to finish atop of the pile. The last group game against the Young Hawks, another must-win game. Niger are in the third position with 3 points from their 3-2 win over Togo, who though rock bottom. Even though Togo are not pushed over, but likely undone by errors. The tournament, running from the 15th of May to the 29th of May, will see top 2 teams from group facing best teams from Group A, which include Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and Benin Republic. In the semi-final, the 2 countries are qualified for the final to represent the region and next year's Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Okay, still talking about the Under-17, but right now the women's category, the Flamingos, in the first leg, Bankole Olowokere, Flamingos head coach, has assured that his side will not underrate Liberia ahead of their final round of the African Qualifier Series for this year's FIFA Under-17 World Cup in the Dominican Republic. Nigeria reached the final. They got to the final round of the World Cup qualifiers with a 6-0 defeat of Burkina Faso at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abidjan, on Saturday, and are now set to face Liberia, Houston, Senegal, to set up a date with the Flamingos. The young ladies of Terenga were the favorites between the two sides, having claimed a 3-1 win in the first leg, but they were shocked on Sunday. Olowokere said his side would not take anything for granted against the Minos. Liberia will host Nigeria in the first leg on Saturday, the 8th of June, with a return leg coming up a week later at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Okay, let's talk about Super Falcons midfielder Christy Uchebe. Christy Uchebe is delighted after a club, Benfica Firmino, won a quadruple of titles in the 2023-2024 season. The It's a season to remember for the 23-year-old who featured in 11 UEFA Women's Champions League games with a goal to her name, and also helped a club win the Campeonato Nacional, and also Taça de Portugal and Taça de la Liga, in addition to the Campeonato Nacional 2 Divisão. Those are 4 trophies. In a season, she celebrated the feat in a statement on her Instagram page on Sunday, posing with one of the trophies. Christy Uchebe started her professional career with Nasarawa Amazons in 2018 and joined RCIF after just one season with the Nigeria Women's Football League outfit. Uchebe represented Nigeria at the under-17 and under-20 levels before being promoted to the Super Falcons, where she has scored once in 61 matches since 2022. Okay, quickly, let's talk about other sports. Yeah, let's move away from Nigeria and let's talk about other sports. Dominic Thiem began his French Open swan song with a comeback victory against Franco Agamenon in the first round of qualifying. The former US Open champion beat Italy's Agamenon 3-6, 6-3, 6-2 in front of a packed crowd on court. Suzanne Lenglen, the 30-year-old Austrian, will retire later this year, but was not given a white card for Roland Garros, where he was runner-up in 2018 and 2019. Thiem needs to win 2 more matches to reach the main draw of the Grand Slam, which starts on Sunday. He has struggled with a wrist injury since his triumph in New York in 2020 and has slipped to 131 in the world ranking. Cameron Norrie, Jack Draper, and Dan Evans and Andy Murray are all on the entry list for the men's singles, with Katie Botta, Harry Dart, and Jody Burridge in the women's. Record 14-time champion Rafael Nadal also practiced on Monday in what is widely expected to be his final French Open appearance. The Spaniard, as indicated, 2024 is likely to be his final season before retirement. The 37-year-old said he would only appear at his favorite tournament if he felt capable enough to compete. Britain's Billy Harris began his qualifying campaign with a 6-3, 4-6, 6-1 win over America's Emilio Nava. Bolili Miyazaki lost 6-1, 6-1 to China's Wei Zijia, and Jan Chioski fell 6-4, 6-4 to Dennis Kudla of United States. Carlos Alcaraz has made no secret of his ultimate career goal to be the greatest tennis player of all time. Okay, to be the greatest tennis player of all time. The 21-year-old Spaniard knows, of course, he is a long way from getting anywhere near records set by Novak Djokovic. But having won 2 majors as a teenager and become the youngest man world #1 in history, he has made a promising start. With the Grand Slam beginning on Sunday, Alcaraz and those closest to him find out what makes one of them. Okay, what makes one of the most exciting talents in the tennis stick. Andy Murray used the opportunity to play long-time rival Novak Djokovic as Yannick Affman quickly wrapped up victory against the Briton in the Geneva Open first round. Former world #1 Murray was trading 7-5, 4-1 on Monday when play was suspended because of bizarre weather conditions. Rain started to fall during the match and gusts of wind blew wide white bowling onto the court, with play cancelled for the day shortly after. The 37-year-old Scot was unable to turn around the match when it resumed on Tuesday as Germany's Afman twice held serve to complete victory and now placed world number 1 Djokovic in the second round. Wildcard Andy Murray was playing his first ATP Tour level match since rupturing ankle ligament at the Miami Open in March. Last week, Andy Murray made his return at clay court ATP Challengers event in Bordeaux after rupturing ankle ligament in March, but was knocked out in the second round by Frenchman Grigor Barari. The three-time Grand Slam champion has previously said he does not plan to play much past this summer, but has noted that his final tournament will be. Okay, there's no basketball news today. Let's talk about boxing. Then we'll get back to football. Alexander Usyk's immediate rematch with Tyson Fury could mean the IBF belt is stripped away from the undisputed champion. The Ukrainian boxer beat Fury last Saturday to unify the WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF heavyweight titles. However, it will only reign supreme for a short spell because one of the boxing governing bodies is likely to strip away a title. This is because the IBF mandatory title challenger, Filip Egovic, has been waiting for his own title fight. Egovic's upcoming bout against David Du Bois will be for the vacant IBF belt on the 1st of June. According to Frank Warren, he says, Usyk done something no one else has done. He has unified the four belt on the line is the start. I'm quite sure they will fragment after that, and then it will happen. Frank Warren will promote Fury and Du Bois to the media. Alright, quickly let's get back to football. Alright, talking about football. Aston Villa are reportedly close to securing a deal for former Chelsea midfielder Ross Barkley from Luton Town following their relegation from Premier League on Sunday. Previously linked with Manchester United as a potential replacement for Casemiro, Barkley now appears set to join Villa as they prepare for the Champions League after finishing fourth in the Premier League. Ross Barkley, who impressed during his time at Luton after joining as a free agent last summer, has expressed his desire to return to the Premier League and compete in Europe. The deal is nearing completion, with Barkley eager to make his mark in the top flight. According to him, he says, I want to play in the Premier League. I want to play in Europe. I feel like for the next 3 years, maybe I will still be in my prime years. Marcus Rashford. Okay, we'll come back to that Marcus Rashford news. Only boss Vincent Kompany is a surprise name on Bayern Munich list of potential candidates to become their head coach, their new coach rather. Kompany and Bayern Munich have had initial talks, though it is not known how far they have progressed and how close the parties are to making a decision. The Bundesliga giants have struggled to find a replacement for Thomas Tuchel, whose exit was confirmed last week after initially being announced in February. Bayer Leverkusen boss Xabi Alonso, Germany manager Julian Nagelsmann, and Austria coach Ralf Rangnick have all turned the job down. Talks aim at persuading Tuchel to stay on failed to reach a positive conclusion. leaving Bayern with a problem. Company has built a decent reputation during his time at Anderlecht and Burnley, although the Clarets relegation following lofty pre-season expectations has not reflected well on the Belgian. However, he has knowledge of the Bundesliga from his time as a player of Hamburg and speaks German. If Bayern Munich were to make a formal approach, it is sure to be attractive to Company, who signed a 5-year contract extension at Burnley in 2023, but refused to answer questions about his future after Sunday's season's ending defeat by Nottingham Forest. Al Ittihad striker Karim Benzema is ready to end his disappointing Saudi Pro League season. He has confided in friends during his recent trip to Madrid that he is not happy with the low level of competition. The Frenchman is not satisfied with his subpar facilities and a perceived lack of professionalism in the Saudi Pro League. British Nigeria boxer Anthony Joshua has revealed that he is not afraid to die because even after death, he will still live on. According to him, he is made up of many past generations and he will be part of his future generations to come. The former world champion wrote on Snapchat page, "Don't be afraid to die as you will always live on, one way or another." Okay, back to football. Arsenal midfielder Declan Rice has shared his conversation with the club's co-chairman Josh Kroenke following the Gunners' narrow miss on the Premier League title to Manchester City. After defeating Everton on Sunday, Rice and his teammates were disheartened to learn that Manchester City has secured a win over West Ham United, thereby clinching the title. Arsenal needed City to falter in the final round to claim the top spot, but Pep Guardiola has prevailed. Declan Rice said, "I was just speaking to Josh Kroenke on the pitch. I told him it's been everything I expected. The class and professionalism of the club are phenomenal from the top to the bottom." Germany midfielder Toni Kroos will retire from professional football after the Euro 2024 this summer. Real Madrid confirmed this in a statement via the website on Tuesday, which was today. Marcus Rashford has been left out of Gareth Southgate's provisional England squad for Euro 2024. The likes of Ajax midfielder Jordan Henderson and Chelsea winger Raheem Sterling also missed out in the squad. Where we have uncapped quartet of Jared Braithwaite, Curtis Jones, Jared Quansah, and Adam Watson also made the initial selection of Gareth Southgate for the European team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the show talking about sport. My name is James Aremu. You have a lovely evening.
This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at